Let us get something straight from the start. You have not been failing in bed because you did not drink enough water. You have been failing because your water has been empty. You hydrate like a houseplant, clear, plain, tasteless, and then you are shocked when your erections do not exactly show race car performance. Plain water keeps you alive. It does not automatically keep you impressive. If you are a man over 50, your problem is usually not dehydration. It is circulation. More specifically, your body's ability to make nitric oxide, the tiny gas that tells your blood vessels, open up, send more blood down there right now. So in this video, the message is simple and a bit shocking. Stop drinking plain water all day long. Take a few of those boring glasses and turn them into max nitric oxide water, the kind that actually feeds the system behind harder erections. No, this is not vegetable Viagra. But it is like sending a love letter to your blood vessels every time you raise your glass. For years, you have heard it: drink 8 glasses a day. Hydration is key. So you did it. You carry the big bottle. You refill it, you pee constantly, and yet your blood pressure creeps up. Your energy dips in the afternoon. And in the bedroom, things are hit or miss. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Plain water washes the pipes. It does not supply the materials those pipes need to open wider when you need them to. To get more nitric oxide, your body needs nitrates and certain amino acids, raw materials found in specific foods and drinks, not in empty water. On top of that, your body relies on tiny bacteria in your mouth to turn these nitrates into nitrites, which then become nitric oxide in your stomach and blood. And what do most health-conscious men over 50 do? They drink liters of plain water with 0 nitrates, nuke their oral bacteria several times a day with strong antiseptic mouthwash, and then wonder why blood flow is not great even when they eat salads. Short clinical trials show that using antibacterial mouthwash multiple times a day can significantly lower plasma nitrite and wipe out the blood pressure benefits of nitrate-rich foods. Translation: you install a beautiful water filter in your kitchen and then shut off the water plant that feeds it. You are not broken. Your lifestyle is just turning off the exact system that should be helping you. Nitric oxide 101, the open the pipe molecule. Let us keep this simple. An erection is basically a blood flow event. Your brain sends a signal. Nitric oxide is released in the blood vessels of the penis. Those vessels relax and widen. Blood rushes and pressure builds and you get firmness. Low nitric oxide equals tight, stiff pipes equals weak flow. Your body has 2 main ways to get nitric oxide. 1, from the inside, enzymes in your vessel lining turn amino acids like L-arginine and L-citrulline into nitric oxide. 2, from the outside, you eat or drink nitrate-rich plants like beets and spinach. Bacteria in your mouth convert nitrates to nitrites. Then your body turns those into nitric oxide. Studies show just 1 serving of beet juice can raise nitric oxide markers by around 20% within 45 minutes, improving blood pressure and blood vessel function. That is not myth. That is biochemistry. For erections, this matters because anything that boosts nitric oxide tends to support better blood flow to the penis, especially in men whose biggest problem is vascular, not psychological. Now layer in foods or supplements that supply L-citrulline like watermelon or specific powders, and you are feeding the internal pathway too. Research suggests longer-term L-citrulline or watermelon intake can improve vascular function, and small studies in men with mild ED found improved erection hardness in about half the participants after a month. So, the big idea is not drown yourself in water. It is turn some of that water into a delivery system for nitrates and nitric oxide-friendly nutrients. Here's the plot twist almost no one tells you. You decide to be healthy. You drink more water, eat more greens, maybe even try beet juice. But you also swish antiseptic mouthwash morning and night, sometimes after lunch too, because you like that super clean feeling. Several human studies and reviews now show that using powerful antiseptic mouthwash twice a day or more wipes out up to 90% plus of the bacteria that reduce nitrate in your mouth, significantly lowers blood nitrite levels, and can seize and blash. Even raise blood pressure by canceling out the benefits of nitrate-rich foods. In other words, Your spinach and beet water is sending nitrates to the mouth, but the factory that turns them into usable fuel is closed. You do not need to throw out mouthwash completely, especially if your dentist recommends it. But for nitric oxide and blood flow health, you want to avoid overusing strong antiseptic rinses and keep at least a couple of nitrate-rich drinks away from immediate mouthwash time. This is why some men swear I tried beet juice, it did nothing. The problem is not the beet. It is the shutdown in the system around it. The 3 max no upgrades for your water. Now, let us turn your boring glass into a blood flow ally. We will focus on 3 simple upgrades. 1. Nitrate-rich plants the raw material. 2. Citrus and vitamin C, the protector and booster. 3. Citrulline sources the deeper engine support. 1. Nitrate-rich plants in your glass. Some of the best nitric oxide-friendly veggies for erections include beets and beetroot juice, spinach, and other leafy greens, rocket, arugula, lettuce, celery. One small study showed beet juice increased nitric oxide markers by about 21% in under an hour. Reviews highlight leafy greens and beets as some of the richest tested sources for this pathway. You do not have to chug a full glass of pure beet juice. You can simply add 1 to 2 tablespoons of concentrated beet juice to a glass of water, or blend a small cooked beet with water and strain, or use powdered beet greens mixes designed to be mixed into water from reputable brands. This turns your water into a nitrate vehicle, not just a throat rinse. 2. Citrus and vitamin C. Add a squeeze of lemon, lime, or orange to your nitrate water. Citrus brings vitamin C and antioxidants that can support nitric oxide production and protect it from breaking down too fast. Think of vitamin C as a bodyguard for nitric oxide, helping it last long enough to actually do its job. Plus, it tastes good. You are much more likely to stick with something that does not feel like you are drinking dirt. 3. Citrulline and watermelon. The third upgrade is giving your internal nitric oxide system some love. L-citrulline is an amino acid your body converts into L-arginine, then into nitric oxide. Small trials in men with mild ED found that oral L-citrulline for a month improved erection hardness in about half the participants, enough to reach normal hardness in that group. You can get citrulline from watermelon, especially the white part of the rind, some legumes and nuts, or from moderate-dose supplements. A meta-analysis suggests that longer-term citrulline watermelon intake can improve vascular function through the nitric oxide pathway. So one of your daily waters can easily become water plus blended watermelon, including some white rind plus a squeeze of lime. It is refreshing, and it feeds the same pathway that your prescription ED pills are trying to leverage, just from the lifestyle side. Always talk to your doctor before using supplements like L-citrulline if you are on blood pressure meds, nitrates, or other vasodilators, because in combination you can drop blood pressure too far. Let us build 3 specific drinks you can rotate. Morning beet rocket water. 300 to 400 milliliters water. 1 to 2 tablespoons beet juice or blended beet. A small handful of spinach or rocket if you are blending. Juice of half a lemon. Drink it with or after breakfast, not right after mouthwash. This delivers nitrates plus vitamin C early in the day and can support blood flow and blood pressure. Afternoon green artery water, 300 milliliters water. A handful of spinach or mixed leafy greens blended, then strained if you prefer smoother texture. A splash of pomegranate or orange juice for flavor and extra antioxidants. This keeps nitrate and polyphenol intake going, supporting vessel health and performance later in the day. Evening watermelon engine water. 300 milliliters water. 1 to 2 cups watermelon chunks, including some rind blended. A squeeze of lime or lemon. This feeds citrulline into your system, which your body can use overnight and into the next day for nitric oxide production. You do not need all 3 every single day. Even upgrading 1 or 2 daily glasses from plain to purposeful can start changing how your pipes behave. When and how often to drink for bedroom benefit, timing matters. You are not just drinking randomly, you are programming your circulation. Based on how nitrate metabolism and citrulline work, nitrate drinks beet leafy green base start to impact nitric oxide within 30 to 90 minutes, with effects lasting a few hours. Citrulline and watermelon support the pathway over days to weeks, not as a one-time on-off switch. So a simple schedule could be morning beet rocket water with or after breakfast, afternoon green artery water as a midday pickup, evening or post-exercise watermelon engine water. If you are planning intimacy in the evening, having a nitrate-rich drink earlier in the afternoon plus a citrulline-rich drink during the day supports both the immediate and background pathways. And remember the mouthwash twist. Give your mouth bacteria a chance to do their job at least a couple of times a day by avoiding strong antiseptic rinses right before your nitrate drinks. What you might feel in 1 week, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, again, this is not magic. You are not going to drink 1 cup of pink water and wake up as a new man. But here is what many men notice when they genuinely upgrade their water habit and support nitric oxide consistently. After about 1 week, slight boost in stamina during walks or workouts. Sometimes a modest drop in blood pressure if it was elevated. A general sense of lighter circulation. After about 4 weeks, more stable energy across the day, fewer afternoon crashes. For men with mild ED, some report better erection hardness and easier arousal when combined with other healthy habits. After about 8 weeks, blood pressure and vessel function can show measurable changes in studies of nitrate and citrulline intake. Erections often feel more reliable, not perfect in everyone, but clearly better than the before version. Remember, if erections have suddenly worsened or you have chest pain, breathlessness, or major risk factors, always talk with a doctor because ED can be an early warning sign of heart and vascular problems. Your upgraded water is a supporting actor, not a substitute for medical care. Safety and smart use of supplements. 2 quick but important cautions. 1. L-citrulline and no boosters. Small, reputable brand doses are generally well tolerated in studies, but large, long-term trials are limited. If you already take blood pressure medications, nitrates for the heart or ED pills, adding strong nitric oxide boosting supplements could drop your blood pressure too far. Always clear it with a doctor who knows your meds. 2. Natural erection supplements. Investigations have found that a surprising proportion of so-called natural ED products actually hide synthetic drug ingredients similar to prescription ED meds. That means you could be double dosing without knowing it. Food-based upgrades, beet greens, citrus, watermelon are a safer foundation. Supplements, if used at all, should be a carefully chosen extra, not a random pill from the internet. So here is your choice. You can keep drinking plain water all day, flushing your system but never really feeding it. You can keep nuking your mouth bacteria, blocking your own nitric oxide factory. And you can keep telling yourself, well, that is just age. Or you can turn 3 of your daily glasses into something more, a glass that washes the pipes and brings raw materials, a glass that respects the tiny workers in your mouth, a glass that quietly supports the very molecule your erections depend on. You do not have to become a health monk. You just have to stop hydrating like a cactus and start drinking like a man who respects his blood vessels. For the next 30 days, here is the challenge. Upgrade at least 2 glasses of plain water into max no water. Ease up on antiseptic mouthwash around those drinks. Pay attention to your energy, your blood pressure if you track it, and yes, your morning and evening firmness. Your body still knows how to respond. It just needs better fuel in the tank and fewer roadblocks in the system. Every sip is a vote. Make more of those votes count for your heart, your circulation, and the part of you that still wants to show up strong.